I have made a few videos called something along the lines of the type in song, where I will hear a song that I think really exemplifies a specific personality type or some significant aspect of a personality type, and I will just kind of talk about that. Well, this is another one of those videos, only it's flipped around just a little bit. Instead of saying, hey, here's a song that represents a personality type well, I have identified a song that I think fails to represent a personality type well. The personality type being the ISFP, although I think this could probably apply to other high FI users, INFPs, maybe not so much ESFPs or ENFPs now that I think about it. So we'll stick with the ISFP, INFP, but it just particularly resonates with me that I do not resonate with the song. And the song that I'm talking about is the theme song to the TV show Cheers. Now, I was born in the late 70s, and I was growing up when Cheers was on TV, and it was a big thing every Thursday night to get to watch Cheers, and I always enjoyed the show. I liked it a lot, and I liked the theme song, or at least I liked the sound of it. But as I think through the words to the song, I realize that while it starts out in a way that I may be able to relate to, it quickly branches off in a direction that I simply cannot follow. So the song starts out, making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Now, that I can relate to. It definitely takes everything I've got to be able to make my way in this world. However, even in that, there's something that I don't relate to, in that I really don't want to make my way in this world today. I mean, I want to function and be alive and, those sorts of things, but I really don't have a desire to sort of plug myself into the normal way of life that people do, the sort of climbing the corporate ladder or building a career kind of thing. I did try that for a while. It really was very difficult for me. It wasn't something that I believe I was particularly wired to do well. So while I would agree that it is extremely difficult for me to make my way in the world today, I would have to say I don't really want to make my way in the world today in the way that that is often defined. So after that, it says, taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Now, that is true. I think we all want to take a break from all of our worries. Now, I will tell you that I am a firm believer that the majority of our worries exist up in here and are not worth actually worrying about. We tell ourselves stories that are not true about what is going to happen or what could happen or what people think of us or how situations are going to devolve. Oftentimes, the number one thing you can do to take a break from all your worries is to convince yourself that they're actually not worries at all and that they're just made up stories in your mind. But at any rate, yes, I can agree with taking a break from all my worries sure would help a lot. And then the next line is, wouldn't you like to get away? Well, yes, of course. That could be mental for some people, getting away, or physically getting away, like going and sitting on a beach somewhere or something like that, of that nature. And yes, of course, I would love to do that. But the song then defines what it means to get away. Now, if you go online and you look up the lyrics to the song, there are a lot of verses to the song. I'm not going to talk about all that. I'm simply talking about what plays at the beginning of the show, Cheers. So after it says, wouldn't you like to get away? It then defines what the songwriter's idea is of getting away. And of course, it plays well into the concept of the show Cheers, but it goes like this. You want to go where everybody knows your name. No, I don't. I don't want to go where everybody knows my name. And it goes on to say, and they're always glad you came. No. I want to go where nobody knows my name. As an ISFP, one of the biggest problems that I have is, honestly, people problems. I oftentimes have difficulty with other human beings. A lot of it, I believe, is probably made up in my mind and lies that I'm telling myself. But oftentimes when I feel uncomfortable, it's because of the people that I'm around. It's because of a feeling of expectation on the part of those who know me. It's this feeling that I'm being examined, looked at, judged, that I'm being held up to expectations different than I hold myself up to. And believe me, I hold myself up to some pretty strong, high, and tight expectations. But what I don't like being held up to is the expectations of other people who have not walked a mile in my shoes, or who do not know what it feels like to be me, who do not know the intricacies of the struggles that I go through in life or the problems that I have. And every time I'm around, not every time, let me rephrase that. Very often when I'm around people that know me, I, right or wrong, correctly or incorrectly, feel the weight of expectation. I don't want to get away by going to a place where everybody knows my name. I want to get away by going to a place where nobody knows my name. And they're not glad I came because they don't even notice that I'm there. I want to go to a place where I am completely anonymous, where nobody knows who I am. There are no expectations of me. Nobody is happy that I came because they weren't looking for me to come. They didn't know I was going to be there. They don't know who I am, and they have their own worries and their own troubles and their own concerns, and they don't even care whether or not I am there. I do not relate to the concept of feeling that getting away to a safe place means going to a room with a group of human beings who all know me. That does not feel relaxing. That does not feel like getting away. That does not feel safe to me. That does not feel like a joyous situation to me. It is not that I cannot go hang out with a group of people and find joy and happiness in that situation. I can, but that is not how I take a break from all my worries. Taking a break from all my worries means being alone, or just alone with my wife, and being anonymous and unknown, and never feeling like I'm under the piercing gaze of another human being, never feeling like I have the weight of expectation on my shoulders of those who know me. Now, let me just put a little disclaimer on this and say, I understand full well that most of those thoughts are made up in my mind and are not true. The reality is many people are not looking at me judgingly. Many people are not holding me up to some expectation. Nevertheless, whether they truly are or are not, my mind creates that idea, and it is very, very difficult for me to do anything but believe that it is real. And so when I am around people who know me, I believe, right or wrong, that they have expectations of me, expectations that are crushing to me, expectations that I don't want to have to live up to, and I don't want to have to explain to them why their expectations are unrealistic or don't matter to me, or why I can't do what they are asking. I do not want to get away by going to a place where everybody knows my name. I want to get away. I want to take a break from all my worries by getting away to a place where I am utterly unknown. And that is how I feel as an ISFP. I would imagine a lot of IPs in general feel the same, especially ISFPs and INFPs. If you are an ISFP or an INFP, let me know if you agree with this, if you feel the same way. But let me also encourage you that when you do feel the crushing weight of the expectations of other human beings who know you, keep in mind that, first of all, you're probably making up a lot of that in your mind. They probably don't have those expectations on you. And also know that you're not required to play their game. You're just not. You can choose to say their expectations of me are not what I am obligated to. I am obligated to living up to my own expectations and to be the best person that I know that I can be based on what I know about myself and my circumstances. Thank you so much for watching. Do please click like if you found this video to be informational, entertaining, or useful. Please subscribe if you have not already. If you are benefiting from my channel and would like to donate financially to what I am doing, there is a link in the description below where you can do that. And thank you to those who have donated. I hope that you all have an awesome day. Bye now.